Hello. Yes, I'm moving again. My sister just finished school and she had been planning to move out, so we thought it would be better if we moved out together than to live separately. A lot sooner than I expected, but yeah, so that's the situation, and now I am moving. Regarding the moving process, I'll do a debrief at the end of this video, what my experience was like, and any details from questions that I've seen in my previous vlog. So right now I am going to start packing. I'm moving in a couple days and I haven't started. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much, and if you can keep watching till the end, that would be amazing. Let's get started. It's too heavy. Empty apartment tour. So this is the foyer. It's actually pretty big. And this is the closet, I guess, for like all the shoes, and like I like that you can actually put in stuff for the guest. Then we go down this hallway. Now this is a little tricky. So this is the den. So this is where I'll be staying. Yes, it's quite like open and it's through the hallway, but it's just my sister and I, so I'll just make this entire place my home. And here we have the washer and dryer. Okay, and here we have the bathroom, shower. I like that you can put stuff here, and there's some storage space down there. This is the bedroom, so I'm just gonna keep this closed for the most part. And this is the living room. Ta-da! It's open with the kitchen. I love that the kitchen's huge. And if you go this way, this is the balcony. So seeing the place again, I'm pretty excited to move in. Maybe I should have brought a measuring tape. That might have helped planning stuff out, but it's what it is. Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, let's stack boxes here. Just came back to my old apartment. It's like the afternoon, so I'm gonna have lunch. The only thing I left with me are 2 pairs of chopsticks and 1 pot. So all I can make are instant noodles, and that's how it will be till tomorrow. so tired. We started at like 9 a.m. and now it's like 7:30. Oh gosh. So we moved most of the small stuff, and tomorrow we'll just have the big stuff left, which is what you just saw. Yeah, check it out. It's very messy right now, but ta-da! Now it's time for pizza. Pizza! This one's not bad. Okay, well, go big or go home, I guess. The biggest I've driven is the Toyota Tacoma, and now I'm jumping to a 15-foot truck. Time is it? It's 8:40 p.m. Finally moved everything. I'm just gonna organize stuff. I'm not gonna put everything away, but I need room to sleep. I need to find my blankets. Good morning. My sister's gonna have some people over today, and I still haven't finished unpacking everything, which means I have to get that done as much as I can today. I also feel like if I don't get most of it done today, I'll drag it on for months, so it's a good idea. So yeah, time to unpack. settled in for the most part. There are a few things I still have to unpack, but yeah, for the most part it's pretty down. Like I said, I will try to answer as many questions as I can, and hopefully, well, I'll try to answer as best as possible. Getting to the first question, how much is the rent? So this place is a 1-bed plus den, and it is 730 square feet, roughly. And we pay a total of 2,950 Canadian dollars a month. Luckily, our rent does include the utilities, so usually when you check the renting price, it doesn't always include utilities. Generally it doesn't, but some landlords do like to include that, and our landlord did. The second question, how did I find rent? I found this place through a real estate agent. So I learned from my friend that you can actually hire an agent and they take payment from the landlord instead of you. So there's no actual additional cost to hiring a real estate agent, and to some it might ease the process of finding a place. So one difference I did learn was I guess the requirements to rent. So back when I was an undergrad, the neighborhood I was in was mostly student housing. So landlords generally didn't ask for anything to prove that like you're capable of paying. If anything, we just signed a lease, gave first and last month rent, and post-dated checks for the rest of the year. For here, I required, and I learned before I started house hunting, I needed an employment letter, of course my ID, and a credit report. So those were like the must-have 3 things, and some additional stuff that varies from landlord to landlord would be like references, which I also required, pay stubs, and or a guarantor letter. So a guarantor would be someone who signs with you and declares that they would pay the rent if you're unable to. Moving preparations. First is elevator booking. So 1 week before I started moving, I had to book the elevators to match the time both for my previous condo and for this condo. The rules for each condo are different. So in my previous condo, I just had to do a security deposit, and they would give that back at the end, and my booking would be 2 hours. Here, there's no security deposit, but you pay a fee of $115, and you get the elevator for about 4 hours. And beforehand, I also made sure where the loading dock was so that I knew where to go to bring my stuff up on the day of. Second, I also had to do a U-Haul booking for the first time. So I rented a 15-foot truck, which I had to drive. As you saw, it was actually pretty fun. And it costed a total of about $150. $50 to rent the truck, and then $100 for the mileage of taking it and bringing it back. I booked it for about 8 hours, I believe, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that was a good enough time for me because we finished around 4:30. And the way back, because of rush hour, it took actually an hour. So it was pretty good timing. For moving, I asked my friends to help me. Moving companies are pretty expensive. I think they're about $100 to $200 an hour for 2 people to help you. Luckily, I did have some friends who were free and they were willing to help me move in, so thank you very much. And I paid for their help through pizza and boba. Other things that I had to think of before moving were getting boxes to move all this stuff. Luckily, I was able to make a few trips before I made the big move-in, so I could reuse some of my boxes, but I did pay roughly $50 for all the boxes that I used, and I think if I didn't make multiple trips, I probably would have paid about $100 to $150 worth. I mean, overall, I think my experience was kind of chaotic. There were ups and downs. It was definitely stressful. It was definitely strenuous. But it was also quite memorable. There were some funny times, and I just really appreciated my friends for helping me, and they had a very positive attitude throughout the whole thing, so they were enjoying themselves, and I was really glad that they did. Other than that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching my journey throughout this whole process. I'm really excited to be in my new home. I really enjoy making the content, and I love that some of you are also enjoying it as well. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Bye!